Hello everyone, welcome to Dumb Dominoes. Alright, before we get into this is going to be an intro before the intro. I'm going to go over it real quick. So we're going to be playing PT in the background while we're doing a podcast while we're playing the game. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on.
Lord.
It's going to be great. We're going to have fun time. We kind of ramble a little bit, and sometimes we kind of lose track of our train of thought because Lisa's trying to kill us.
It's
So
necessary.
yeah, so just bear with us here. It's freaking us out. Lisa's running around. You'll love it, I think, and it's going to be great. So just keep in mind that we're going to be a little all over the place. We'll also talk about the new Silent Hill stuff coming in the future. It is the 17th, and today is the 17th, and on the 19th, we're going to be getting new Silent Hill news. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but we're really excited. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. Alright everyone, welcome to Dumb Dominoes. Today we're going to be playing PT for Halloween, and this is actually perfect timing because we get to actually, this is right before the,
Well, hold on. What's your name?
Josh.
I'm Zach.
Alright, and today we're going to be discussing Silent Hill while playing PT. So if you're listening on the podcast, I gotta turn this up a little bit so I can hear myself. Alright. So October 19th, 2022 at 2 p.m. What does that mean? Pacific time?
Sure.
I guess. PDT, whatever that means. Alright, so Silent Hill announcement. And today is the 17th, so few days until the announcement of whatever Silent Hill is going to be showing. So we decided to play PT in preparation while also talking about the future. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to hear you, Zachary, because of the headphones.
I haven't said anything.
I know, but these are thicker.
I don't know why your headphones are so much harder to hear.
It's really, the earmuffs are really thick. So, alright, let's quit talking and let's start playing. And then start talking.
Made no sense.
I don't think we could turn down the game volume.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Alright.
If not, we'll just talk really loud.
No, I don't want to talk too loud. Watch out, the gap in the door. It's a separate reality. The only me is me. Are you sure the only you is you? I've seen that 1,000,000 times. We're one of the...
The funny thing is, we still have PT.
I'm sure there's a lot more people out there who never deleted it, but, we're one of the ones who kept it, you know?
This is the original PT.
On the PS4.
This is not a remake. That's why we don't have the webcam set up. We're playing on the PS4. We're recording straight off of it.
Yeah. Actually, go ahead. I'm going to turn off the light to make it more atmospheric.
Let me play. I want to play a little bit, actually.
Go ahead. Hey, look around in the room. I hear them cockroaches. Alright, so, Zachary, I'm going to start talking to you about...
You go ahead and start talking, and I'll just jump in.
So, what do you think about this? By the way, the Japanese Twitter account for some... Alright, so... The Japanese Twitter account, right?
Sure.
For Silent Hill Official, has not posted anything in 8 years.
So this is their first, tweet
This
or
is
anything?
it. This is it. It's been years since they've tweeted anything, and it's this.
Kind of like I told you when I, during the State of Play, I still don't, even though it's Silent Hill and Konami, I don't believe it.
Zachary, it's official, for the first time ever since PT got canceled. This is official news. This isn't rumor.
Well, I know
This isn't a rumor. This isn't a myth. This is real.
Let me see the trailer.
It doesn't matter what the game is. There is going to be something that has to do with Silent Hill as in a video game form. And that's what I wanted to talk about with everybody today. Well, mainly you, Zachary.
Oh, I'm the only one here.
Yeah. I'm the only one here. All right. But we're going to kind of do a hybrid. We're going to play PT and talk about how much we love this playable demo while we talk about the past Silent Hill games, while we also talk about the new Silent Hill news we got going on. So, how do you feel about this announcement here in 2 days? It's a transmission. I think it's going to be similar to a state of play, and that's all I really know about it. You know. So, what do you think about that? Remember, you got to talk. This is on the podcast.
I know. This game still scares me. This demo.
We're playing it right now. So.
Yeah, we're playing it live.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I still have a hard time believing in anything Silent Hill.
Yeah, but it's official this time. Look on the ground. There's a
double-sided cockroach.
No, not a lot of people notice that when you're first coming through. There's a R3 button.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that.
You never knew that?
No, I just always did. I just always clicked random buttons until I figured out which worked and which didn't.
Yeah, and if you look at the painting over here, it doesn't actually say gouge out.
Where?
Later on. It's later on.
Oh, yeah, it just says X.
Yeah, no, it doesn't even have that, I don't think.
Yeah, it does. It has an X on the eye.
No, look.
Well, yeah, not right now.
Yeah, I know, but later on is when it pops up.
But my thing is, I always have a hard time believing in Silent Hill news until I see a trailer. Like, official, real. Because for years we've heard of Silent Hill. We've heard...
Man, creepy, huh? You can hear it to the right. Oh, wait, was it in the bathroom? Huh. Alright, but keep going.
But we always hear about this weird news, and we always hear this, that, and the other. Oh my god.
Zachary, you forgot a lot of this, didn't you?
Yes.
Alright.
But until I see a trailer, I don't really believe it.
I believe it, and well, let's just say you did believe it. What do you think of it? Are you excited? Like, how do you feel?
I gotta know what style it's gonna be, what it's gonna look like, how it's gonna work.
I know a lot of people are nervous. Oh god,
I know what this part is too. I hate this.
I know what a lot of people are thinking is that Bloober Team is not like, it's not like, hang on, you gotta go touch the actual door to unlock it. We played this before.
Oh my god.
What?
I forgot that door opened and that freaked me out, that sound. Keep going.
Oh,
I'm trying not to freak out too much because we're talking, but...
So, just go ahead and look in. You know it's coming.
Yeah.
Just look in there. There she was. Oh gosh, still creepy to this day. Mm-hmm. It's aged like a fine wine. Anyway.
The atmosphere in this... You can take over.
PT is so freaking... Keep going, I'm talking. I'm explaining stuff to you. I'll take over here in a minute. Alright, so... Oh, this is one of my favorite parts. Hang on, wait, just peek. Just go. Look at that.
Why is she so tall? I mean, granted,
man,
she's on her tippy toes.
No, I think she's wearing heels.
She ain't.
Yeah, she is. She's wearing heels. Man, look how disturbing. If you guys listen on the podcast want to check it out, we're gonna have it on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna have the actual gameplay on YouTube.
And you're probably hearing these sounds right now on the podcast, like you will be. So, like, it's a creepy game.
That is a look and a half. Like,
oh man, her forehead, look. Oh, and her eyeball. You can see her eyeball protruding. Okay. I mean, what do you think of the design? Let's just talk about that real quick. The look of Lisa. Well, what we're assuming is Lisa. Like, what do you think?
Well, it fits the vibe. It's creepy. And the weirdest thing to me is the sound of her.
Yes. Oh, man.
Because it sounds like staticky.
It sounds like a... Well, I mean, a lot of people have already made this comparison, but it sounds a lot like Silent Hill 4. You know.
Does it?
Yeah. It has that,
that distortion,
grisly, that
distortion
noise.
Sound.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead. You can run up to. And... Oh man, it gets even creepier.
Yeah.
Just go. Don't yell too much. We got the mic.
What do you want from me?
You're freaking me out a little bit.
I'm playing a scary game.
You're freaking me out a little bit. Anyway, so we've been waiting years for a new Silent Hill. Literally, it's been 8 years since PT? 8 years.
13, 14.
Yeah, and today it's 2022. And then also, it's been since Silent Hill 4, it's been 18 years.
Really?
Since Silent Hill 4. Yeah, say 2004. So 2014, 2024 minus 2. So that's 20 years minus 2 is 18. 18 years since Silent Hill 4. Now, I don't remember when Downpour came out. And I sure don't count. I think Downpour was the last main entry in Silent Hill. And then after that, it was Book of Memories, but no one talks about it because, you know, it was a top-down dungeon crawler. But moving on from that, looks like an eyeball, by the way.
It's just the light.
Actually, look. If you look close enough, it looks like there's little, like something there, you know? Look, see the little lines?
Well, I'm moving the light, so...
Yeah, but there's little lines in there. That's what's interesting about it.
What kind of eyeball?
I don't think that's an eyeball.
I think it's like
I don't know
like
what
a peephole,
that is.
you know, on a door, like glass. I think that's all it is.
If you're playing this on like a 70-inch TV, you can really see something there if you zoom in. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, it's been 18 years since Silent Hill 4. And then...
Look at the ceiling. That looks like Silent Hill 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't compare everything to Silent Hill 4 because it looks like Silent Hill in general, so...
Does it?
Yeah.
4 had that reddish tint.
Yeah, well, every game had the reddish tint.
Well, it seemed like 4 had it more.
It had that rust look. Everything had a rust look. I think the reason why everyone compares PT to 4 is because it actually takes place in a room the entire time. You know what I mean? Anyway, good old Norman Reedus with his face covered.
Daryl Dixon.
I wonder, well, we'll get to that here in a second. Moving on, so, what do you think it could be that they're going to show? Say you do believe it. I know what you're going to say, but just say, what do you think they'd show?
Well, considering what we've heard, the rumors at least...
There's 3 of them right now.
Well, there's supposedly like 5 in there, or 7.
Well, there's the movie, right?
So we're getting another movie?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I mean, I'm just... Even if it's not canon, I'm just wanting Silent Hill to return just for the atmosphere. You know, a lot of people still like Downpour and Homing, because some people say Downpour is their favorite. And I can understand where they're coming from, even though I disagree.
It's not true Silent Hill.
Well, I know, but here's the thing. It's Silent Hill enough for people. On a first playthrough, think of it like this. Your first playthrough of a Silent Hill game, you get that atmosphere at least. The music's there. You know, it's somewhat Silent Hill. Even just a little taste. Just a little taste of it. And it's enough to make people like it. And yeah, you don't have to consider it canon, though.
Is that the one with the trucker? No, that's Origins.
That's Origins. Silent Hill Downpour's the prisoner Murphy Pendleton. And I've never beaten it. I've played a little bit of it, but I've seen the entire game. And I've beaten 1 through 4. Actually, I've beaten 1 through 3, and I've never beaten 4, but I have beaten PT. I have every Silent Hill game, and Zachary, you've beaten 1 through 3 with me. The only one we haven't played and beaten completely Silent Hill 4. Which I'm looking into doing that for emulation, depending on these announcements. Yeah, well, all of them.
Well, they may do remakes.
Yeah.
So there's a chance. Honestly, if I were to guess what they would show, they're obviously going to show a new Silent Hill game that's going to be... Man, that's loud.
I'll turn mine down.
That's going to be somewhat similar to this, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me turn this, or like move my headphones off.
Yeah, because you're talking pretty loud.
Yeah, it's loud in my ears.
Alright, so just kind of halfway. But, I am going to speculate that this is just going to be Silent Hill 2 Remake. And probably the short stories. I do not think we'll see the AAA one.
Well, I think what it's going to be,
here's the tweet.
I think it's going to be an announcement of a PT-like game, a first-person Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to get. And then to top it off, we're going to get some kind of remake, either of the series or of a specific game, like a Silent Hill remake, Silent Hill 2 remake. And then we're probably going to get
She's behind you, look.
Yeah.
You can see her in the shadow.
See that?
Yeah. Oh, man, it's so cool.
That's not me. Should I turn
the
around?
The weird thing is, you think it would show your shadow, too, because it's the light coming from behind you.
I don't care.
So,
I'm going.
Anyway. Alright, remember, you gotta play it like it's like,
I don't want to play anymore.
You want me to do this part?
You can do the rest.
Alright, well, hang on. I'm not gonna do the rest because I gotta show you some stuff. But right here it says, in your restless dreams, do you see that town? The latest updated Silent Hill series will be revealed during hashtag Silent Hill transmission on Wednesday, October 19th at 2 p.m. And that's from SilentHillKonami.com, Silent Hill Official. So, there's that.
So if I had to guess...
Hang on, this is one of my favorite parts. Let's suit up right here.
I don't want to watch.
Can't trust the tap water.
You can't ever trust the tap water.
Here's the two-step.
His 6-year-old daughter has a good
Here we go. I wonder what happened if you gouged it out now.
I thought you could.
You can.
Or I thought that's what you were supposed to do.
It'll open the door, but I'm going to see it. I'm going to just do it natural. Maybe one day we'll go back. I just love this game so much.
I still don't understand what that means.
We don't know. Listen, I said behind you. And then you look behind you. There she is.
Yep, still got me.
Oh, man. That's creepy.
It wasn't as bad when I wasn't playing, though.
I'll do the creepiest parts.
No.
I still want to talk about it.
Well, you can keep talking and play.
Alright.
Because I've been spooked enough already.
Okay, so, and see, it did it again. It's creepy. This franchise means so much to me. And I'm worried about it, but I'm also excited. If it is not the best game, I don't even care if it's average. I just want to run around again. I want to be able to run around in it again.
You want to be able to say, we have a new Silent Hill.
Yeah, that's all I want, really. I mean, I want it to be good. Now, some people are like, would you want a Silent Hill game if it's going to be bad? Maybe, because games that are bad are funny, kind of like scary movies are bad and funny. You can have fun in a scary game that's terrible.
The gap in the door.
I still think Homecoming and Downpour are worth playing.
The only me is me.
And the only one that's not worth playing is the Dungeon Crawler, in my opinion. I just talked over him. I shouldn't have done that.
That's why I was trying to motion for you to not.
Okay.
Anyway.
But the gap in the door, yeah. I mean, we played this 100 times. We'll always go back and play this multiple times.
Well, I mean, if people want us to do a playthrough.
Like a legit.
Yeah, of like no sound.
Look at this. Look at that.
The detail.
The numbers that scrolled all over the wall.
You think there's, 20 or 244,000?
Well, here's the thing. There's none up there. Look at that. There's no numbers up there.
Just in the middle.
All the way down, though. How far?
Not even.
It ends there. So you could technically count all these tallies, but there ain't no way I'd do that. Oh, look, it goes lower on this one. It goes up.
That's all you have to do. Look up. And where it starts.
Oh, and count how many?
No, just do
5, 10,
no.
15.
One, two. So start on the left. No. All right, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8, so that's 40. So go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's it. 6. So that's 40 down. And then if you, including the top left, if you go across, it's 5 times 6 is 30.
And?
So
how many is that?
I don't know.
Alright, we're going. Anyway. Let's keep going.
I'm not a mathematician over here. I'm just doing basic.
Here's the things it could be. It could be, let's go ahead and start picking up the paper while we're at it. This was a cool little, hidden thing. I love looking at the pictures. They're so interesting. Like, doesn't that look like something right there?
It looks like the outside.
Yeah. So anyway, it could be. Oh, those are teeth. But anyway, it could be a Silent Hill 2 remake. How would you feel about that? First off, let's start off with that.
A remake?
Yeah.
I don't. Look, I understand why people want a Silent Hill 2 remake, and I completely get it, and I'm perfectly fine with it. But I want a Silent Hill 1 remake first.
Yeah, I would prefer.
That's just me.
I would prefer some of the games that don't get a lot of love.
Yeah, the other side.
Not this time.
Why don't you shut up? How about that?
I don't want to look behind me on the stairwell. I have to go through.
Does it reset the picture?
I don't remember. We'll have to look.
Look at the picture.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
Oh, not the picture, no.
That's what I said.
She's still behind me. Ugh. Creepy.
Anyway.
Alright, this is when we gouge it out.
A Silent Hill remake is what I would prefer than a Silent...
The same subject.
I know. Than a Silent Hill 2 remake, personally. But, like I said, that's just me.
I'm gonna go through the main stuff in this game, by the way. Anyway,
and then,
how I feel about it, Silent Hill 2, I think it's the...
So that's Bloober Team, right?
Yeah, that's what... It's rumored. That's what Bloober
Is she behind you?
No. That's what's rumored that Bloober Team is working on, though.
Jesus Christ! Look up.
There she is in all her glory.
Oh my lord.
Look at that face. She's smiling.
Jesus.
Look at that mug.
Christ.
Oh man. And then look, there she goes.
Ugh.
Oh, she's behind me. There's a spider right there.
How do you know she's behind you?
I can hear her.
So you can't turn around and get the thing.
Not yet. I'm not turning around yet. So,
okay, so...
the next one is the Silent Hill shorts, which are going to be something like similar to a Telltale style. And they're going to be like episodes. Yep, we're going red. Hang on, I'll let the guy talk. Oh, I think they cut it off there.
Okay.
It's too late. Alright. But, what do you think?
Get
about,
the picture
what
finally.
do you think about... I think there's one more down here.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, get the picture. Now that you can.
There it is, I see it. There's one more, and I'll get it.
I wonder what that says, you know?
I don't remember.
Anyway, so a Telltale style?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one more?
Yeah, it's in the menu.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Well,
it kind of glitched. Yeah, you got it.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It kind of glitched.
My voice, can you hear it? The sign, can you read it? I will wait forever if you'll just come to me. Man, what a creepy game.
When we're talking about, you know... Lordy mercy. If we're talking about a Telltale style, I don't really know. It's kind of a weird concept, Silent Hill, you know, being that.
I can hear them calling to me from... No, nothing after that.
And, I mean, I believe in it. Maybe it'll work out, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a cool idea for Silent Hill. But the only problem is, I hope they don't, like, do too much Silent Hill 2 in particular.
Well, here's the
with
thing.
With the amnesia and everything. It's overdone in every Silent Hill. Like, alright, Silent Hill 1 was about the Cole and Alessa and finding your daughter Cheryl. Silent Hill 2 was about facing your inner demons, pretty much.
Basically your past and your trauma.
Silent Hill 3 was about the cult and Heather...
avenging her father.
Avenging her father. Spoilers, by the way.
Well, that's not a spoiler because it doesn't really give away too much.
And then the fourth game was about the cult brainwashing children and, you know, using or trying to get them to complete the ritual. I think this is when I do the hello phone thing. So I can hear them calling to me from over there. And then here we go. Hello. And then once, look away. 2.
I almost freaked out. When you looked this way, I thought
3,
I saw
look away.
Lisa.
4, and this is it. I love this laugh too. Hell. There we go, and down we go.
Okay, so I got a question. So they have to be doing a PT style, this kind of game.
Oh, I was going
right?
to get into that in a minute. All right, so the other one, I'm just going to get this one out
Good
of the way.
Lord.
Yeah, I was just going to get this out of the way because the next part is supposed to be a AAA
major.
Yeah, a AAA development, and here's the weird thing: no one knows who's making it. Nobody knows who's making this game.
Here we got
we're in the vortex now. It's getting weird. No baby in the sink. We're moving extremely fast. Eyeballs.
Hey, can you
everywhere.
just turn around? Hold on, stop right there. Turn around. Left.
Left?
Yeah, up left. Oh, I thought that was writing at the crack in the wall. Never mind, keep going. So is Team Silent working on anything?
No, we don't know who's working on it. Like, we don't know if Kojima's working on it. A lot of people are saying no. I'm going to run around for a minute to kind of create the illusion, you know, that we don't know what we're doing for a minute. just pretending.
Yeah.
While we also talk for a second. Actually, you go ahead and do this.
I can do this part. Easy. It's midnight, by the way.
So what is? Yeah, it's 000. So
sorry if you get like dizzy.
I'm getting off topic here. I gotta really try to focus. All right.
So
it's hard to play and talk at the same time.
Team Silent, Kojima.
Yeah. So people. All right. The director of I think the original Silent Hill movie, Christoph Gans, said that Team Silent, along with multiple other developers, are working on and he specifically said Bloober Team, I think, are working on new Silent Hill games. Multiple. And he said he wanted to do another movie, which I think is confirmed at this point.
Is it really?
And someone said, it was a well-known source, I can't remember who, but someone said that Akira Yakuma, I'm probably going to butcher his name, Akira Yakuma, you know, the music guy.
Okay.
He's returning for Silent Hill.
Well, I mean, he's the greatest.
And he's the greatest composer for
he's one of the
video games.
He's one of the best
of all
video
time.
Game composers.
Yeah, should be in the Hall of Fame if he's not.
Along with Marty O'Donnell.
Yeah. So he is supposed to be working on the music. We don't know which one, if all of them, we don't know. Also, the monster designer for Silent Hill 2 is returning, apparently. But anyway, it's heavily rumored that
you can see it.
Oh my gosh, you can see his face.
You can see his face.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's trippy, because you can only see him when you're running. I imagine seeing this back in the day. Like, it would spoil it for you, you know?
If you just move.
What do you think of that? Yeah, you can see him in the actual game. That's a cool shot right there. Whoa, wait. What just happened?
I zoomed in.
What just happened?
I think I broke it.
Wait, go back. Oh, that freaked me out.
Oh, I see why it did that.
Oh.
It did that so you don't see it.
Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that. I don't like new things in this game. It creeps me out. All right, but let's stay on topic here.
We keep getting off.
So, what was I talking about? I was talking about the original developers from Silent Hill 1 to 4 are supposedly helping work on these games. Like, it's coming from incredible, like, reliable sources that this is what the case is. Yeah, I guess you can go ahead and find the hole in the wall now. It's about time. But also, like, what do you think about that? Because think of it like this: we've had so many rumors and speculation of this being a Kojima game, and years ago there was a rumor going around about Sony stepping in to help. You can go ahead and look at it.
But it's
Sony
gonna
stepping
fall.
in to mind the gap between Kojima and Konami. Sony was trying to mend the relationship back together. You know, like fix it to where they, you know, get a
work together
past their differences. And it's also rumored that this is going to be a year-long PlayStation exclusive, if not a entire
permanent.
Exclusive. Yeah, we don't know. So
I'm gonna click on
there's
it.
a chance of that. Yeah, go ahead and I'll talk after.
Now it's time for action. Our society is rotten to the core. I'm talking to all the fine, upstanding folks got their welfare cut, got their jobs pulled out from under us. You know what to do. Now's the time. Do it.
Yep, and look at there, no turning back now. So, gosh, that freaked me out, the stupid dog.
You got fired, so you drowned your sorrows in booze.
We're talking.
She had to get a part-time job working a grocery store cash register. Only reason she could earn a wage at all is the manager liked how she looked in a skirt. You remember, right? Exactly 10 months back.
I don't know, Zachary. You can 100% see his face in that mirror.
Maybe it's just here because the light's on.
Yeah. Alright.
Wait,
well,
what light is on?
Yeah, where is the light in this room? Alright, that's strange.
Never thought about that. Because it's not coming from these, obviously.
Yeah. So, keep going. Man, Silent Hill means so much to me. The first ever Silent Hill game I played, at a very young age, I might add, was Silent Hill 4.
The most disturbing one in my opinion.
The most nasty and disgusting and disturbing one out of all of them is the one I played first. What an intro, huh? What a introduction to the series. And then, I still think Silent Hill 2 is the best. Here's my opinion on Silent Hill as a whole. Silent Hill 1 has the best exploration, by far.
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill 2 has the best story and puzzles. Silent Hill 3 has the best gameplay. Silent Hill 4 is the scariest. That's how it goes for me.
I mean, that seems fair.
And to be honest, I think they're all about even. I do think Silent Hill 2 is the best overall, just by a little bit. But I think each of them brings something to the table. And talking about PT, I don't consider it a game. It is what it is, a demo. But it's a awesome demo. And it's 100 times scarier than Kitchen.
What's Kitchen?
It's that. Remember that Resident Evil demo back in the day? Kitchen for Resident Evil 7. You had to get the finger.
Was it called Kitchen?
Yeah, that was the name of it.
Oh. Well, I remember the demo, but I don't remember the name. So yeah, I remember.
Around that time. So, what did you think of this demo when you first played it?
It's one of the scariest games I've ever played.
And it's not even like a full game; it's just a demo.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd agree. There's been a few scarier ones.
Oh my god, that freaked
What the crap was that?
It glitched.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, so this is definitely one of the scariest, and it's just a demo. Imagine what the full game would have been like. Which we've gotten glimpses of, you know, with the TGS trailer from Tokyo.
Yeah, that was an amazing trailer too.
Yeah. So how'd you feel about Kojima working on this? Well, I think it would have been good.
Oh my god, that freaked me out.
It also had original developers from the other Silent Hill games too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
I think that if this whatever they announce is going to be similar in a way to that, you know,
it's going to scare the crap out of me.
If it's similar to this, if it's similar to PT, it's going to be one of the scariest games. If it's the same, like a similar story, if not the same, if Kojima development halted due to inexplicable bug.
development.
Yeah, that's what it said.
I wonder
it's
if,
flipped upside down.
I
If
wonder,
they updated it.
No, I wonder if no, they didn't update it. But I wonder if that was a hint at
What was gonna happen?
game development halted because of something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into it.
Probably.
But you know, this is such a good IP, and I personally, this is going to cause a lot of. I'm not really.
Is it controversial?
It could be depending on which
Who
you're a
you
fan
talk
of.
to?
I think this series is better than Resident Evil, but Resident
I don't think
Evil,
that's controversial, honestly.
Well, here's the thing. There is one game in particular, though, from Resident... Or two. I'll say two. Two games specifically from Resident Evil series that I do think is just as good as Silent Hill, though.
Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident
the
Evil
original Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2, the original, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Resident Evil Revelations. Those are the three best. Now, keep in mind,
good.
It is, but it's not as good as Silent Hill. Now, keep in mind, I've never played 4. And I've heard that that's the greatest Resident Evil game.
Which we are getting a remake of next year.
And think about this, Zachary. We get a Silent Hill announcement, right?
With possibly multiple games.
Yes. Alone in the Dark apparently is getting a remake.
I thought I already got the remake.
I don't think so, not yet. Callisto Project's coming out. Dead Space remake is coming out. And Resident Evil 4 remake. And where it's possible we're getting a Silent Hill 4 or a Silent Hill 2 remake.
And whatever other Silent Hill.
This is the time to be a Scary Games fan. Like, this is the perfect time. Alright, go ahead. This is where you try to get the baby to laugh.
Dead Island 2.
Dead Island 2's finally coming out. I mean, this is just the perfect time.
We're in Hulk Vision. The light screen.
So I think this is when we try to get the ending.
Phone.
Yes.
Crap.
Alright, so we just had to stop and save the clip. We're filming this on the PlayStation thing, so we wanted to make sure we didn't go over an hour. Well, we're going to splice these all together in one big video. Man, this game is so amazing. So this is when we're going to try to get the baby to laugh, everybody. If you're listening on the podcast.
Do you remember how to do this?
Yeah, so what you do is you walk up to this thing right here.
Oh, the clock, and you wait for
And you wait for midnight to strike, and then you walk over to the... You gotta get the baby laughs. You walk over to the radio and wait till you get the second laugh. And once you get the second laugh, then you walk over to the radio.
How about this?
The phone, I mean.
How about this? It'll turn 12. Tell me what to do.
Alright. So, tell me when it turns 12. I'll have my headset turned down.
Mm-hmm.
I think a Kojima Silent Hill game will be amazing. If it is a thing. And that's the question. Is it going to be? Because there's rumors that he's doing Death Stranding. But think about it like this, Zachary. If it really was Death Stranding, do you think we know about it? Like, do you think Kojima, of all people, would just walk out and say, yeah, I'm doing Death Stranding?
Well...
out of all the mystery he's ever done...
It's 12.
Alright, walk over to
the radio?
Yeah.
Zoom in on it?
Yeah. And then you'll have to wait a while. Stare at the radio. Stop right there. And no matter what you hear, don't move. Zoom in and out. Hold the zoom for a little bit, and then zoom in and out. Occasionally.
Just tell me when to start.
Just listen for the baby laughs. Tell me if you get any.
God.
What?
She's here.
Yeah, I know. Creepy, ain't it, knowing she's behind you at all time.
The laughing. Or the crying. Anyway. Well, here's the thing. Kojima, it was announced that he talked to Amazon, or was it? No, Google, for the Stadia about doing a Death Stranding 2, like, only for Stadia.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
They denied it, or they said, no, we don't want to do that.
So, let's talk about Kojima making a Silent Hill. I think it has a lot of potential for some fourth wall breaks. while also being like,
What do you mean fourth wall breaks?
break the fourth wall, and for the
Oh,
player.
like people like staring at the camera.
Well, no, it's supposed to like literally like creep you out. Remember the Psycho Mantis thing back in the Metal Gear days where you had to switch the control port from 1 to 2 to beat the boss?
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool idea. So I mean, but there could be stuff like that. That's the point. And there's a lot of mind games behind all of this too.
Well, Josh, she's gone, and I didn't get a laugh.
Well, I'll keep staring for a little bit longer. So Kojima working on a Silent Hill game for me. I don't want it to get too crazy, like his storytelling does get a little bit.
See, this is my look. I have two controversial opinions when it comes to video games.
I disagree with you on this.
Hold on, let me explain.
I'm gonna let you, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna get mine out of the way,
okay,
so I don't get in trouble here. I disagree with you to a degree.
So I have two controversial opinions. I'll tell you one now, and we'll save the other one for another time, because it's not relevant right now. Kojima, in my opinion, it's hard. He, to me, is somewhat of an overrated, storyteller. Now, granted, he's had iconic games with iconic stories that are insanely complicated and told in a very jarring way. And I understand people love that.
I understand where you're coming from.
But as someone who's not in that kind of mindset, who thinks like he does, he doesn't appeal to everyone. And I get that. His stuff doesn't necessarily appeal to me. But this game, its
All right,
story...
did you get a lamp?
No.
Alright, go ahead and walk over to the radio and see if you get a lamp. Or
no,
the phone.
Oh, okay. That was scary.
Well, as long as you don't hear anything, you should be safe, I think.
But...
Nothing?
No.
Alright, go ahead and walk through the door again.
Why are you making me turn?
Do the same thing, though. Alright.
So he's somewhat overrated to me as a writer of a story. Now, do I think ill of him? Do I think he's terrible? Not at all. He's one of the best game developers ever. The games he creates, they're very unique. They're very cinematic. They're very well told, or well made, rather. It's just his storytelling skills need work.
I could see how you think they're all over the place. And to a degree,
they're so jarring.
They kind of are sometimes, but I will say that Kojima makes some of the funnest games I've ever played.
And that's fine. If he made PT and didn't write the story, I'd be great with it.
I think that's taking away too much credit though, because Metal Gear does have an interesting story. It's just bogged down by a lot of crazy stuff sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's like him sending a message and everything, but like it gets a little too crazy. Like in particular, Death Stranding. It's fun, but boy, I cannot play it for too long because it gets so boring and slow. And I understand what he's going for and everything, but my goodness, it gets a little frustrating sometimes playing Death Stranding because the story kind of sucks. Now, Metal Gear's story was interesting to me. I did like it. It's just odd. But Death Stranding was bad. Death Stranding, in my opinion, was not a very good story. Now, this Silent Hill story.
I don't know if he wrote this story.
I don't know, but it's amazing.
Whoever wrote the story for PT,
it's just a little bitty story thing.
If it is Kojima, I will give him 100% props. This game was I mean, for what it was.
Yeah.
Granted, it's a demo. But for what it was an amazingly told story for what it had. It was well paced. It was well, made. Everything about this game is flawless. And that's why I think if he did a Silent Hill, honestly, for some reason, I feel like if he did a Silent Hill game, he would tone down his storytelling ways a little bit. you know?
Yeah.
And he would just kind of do his own thing and make it simple but complicated.
You also got to think, what I hope doesn't happen is Kojima's influence doesn't override the other developers who originally worked on Silent Hill, because I think they have more, I think they deserve more credit and they should be listened to more than Kojima. Like, I don't want Kojima to spearhead the entire thing. I want the original creators to have main control over it, with Kojima helping out in development.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kojima makes some good games, and he has some really good ideas. And I think they would work for Silent Hill. I think Silent Hill is one of those games that can easily break the fourth wall very, very easily and very scary. And that's why I would love a... did you not get nothing?
No.
You might have to go through the door again.
Well, she's back.
We'll just go ahead and go through the door.
I feel like I walked right through her.
I don't know. It's creepy.
Alright, I'll let you take over for this. She's still around.
I know. Man. Let's see. Let's move on to something else other than Kojima, because we're not here to talk about Kojima. We're here to talk about Silent Hill.
Well, to be fair, that is a really big question. Is he going to be a part of it? Because he was part of this.
That's why I brought it up.
Anyway.
And I do hope he's part of it, because I would love to have one game at least, seeing what it would have been like.
I hope he does make one game. Now, granted, there's like a few being made, so I hope he makes one, because I want to see
when the bell goes off.
I want to see what vision he has for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was this story? What was this game supposed to be?
Oh, I got something else to tell you.
What if PT came back? Wouldn't that be insane?
Guess what? Someone data mined Abandoned, and guess what it said?
What?
It said PT2 inside it. Apparently.
Really?
I don't know. I didn't see it for myself. That's just what I heard.
I'll let you know if I hear a baby.
And that's what it said. PT2.
Wow.
In the data mining. And apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently the character model that was walking across the floor had the same outfit James Sunderland has. I don't know if that may be a little far-fetched. I don't know, because you can't tell anything from that angle. But if they data mined it, then I'll believe it. But if they didn't data mine
what
it,
if out of nowhere? What if out of nowhere on the 19th, I just hear her. What if on the 19th, Abandoned gets an update? How crazy would that be?
Oh, that day, me and you are going to be ready. And we're going to film talking about it before the announcement, because it's on a Wednesday. And we're immediately going to watch whatever it is on the good internet. And then I'm immediately going to have my phone open on YouTube, clicking for a trailer on YouTube from Konami. And I'm also going to be...
starting up Abandoned.
I'm going to have the PS5 running, looking for Abandoned. So.
Like either updates or...
Yes.
Just getting on there.
And I'm going to be ready, just in case. Is there anything?
I haven't heard nothing. She's gone, but...
Alright, let me try walking over to the radio.
The phone? She's back.
Hey, I'm going to try to find her.
Don't!
Just one time.
She's behind you.
Alright, I'm not going to do it. If she was down the hallway, I was going to do it. Man, when I thought about doing it, I got nervous, you know?
Well, yeah. That was a bad decision. That's like you saying, hey, I heard a berserker down there. Let's go after it.
I love these paintings, by the way.
Pictures?
Yeah. Guess who,
Jameson.
Guess who, liked the tweet that Konami put out?
Kojima.
Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood liked it.
That's random.
I don't know if that means he's a fan of Silent Hill.
I doubt it.
Or if he's he's going to be in the movie or something.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
She's gone. She just left.
Let me see. Yeah, she's not in the mirror. Still creepy though.
Doesn't she have to run at you first?
We can try it and see, but I'm not doing it if she's not going to be facing the right way, because I don't want to get killed again. I hate that jump scare. But let's move on to some other stuff. What else is there? Oh, Blue Box was just the people that made Abandon. We haven't heard from them in a while. And apparently right now, Kojima is editing some kind of something. And he's like spending a lot of time editing right now. And not
editing
long ago.
What?
I don't know, either a trailer for the Game Awards, because it's right before the Game Awards again. And
it's like a month before, isn't it?
but here's the thing. The other thing is, let me know when the bell goes off.
What games came out this year for the Game Awards? I don't even know. Elden Ring?
Elden Ring came out. It's going to win. I mean,
what else came out?
There's no way it's not going to win.
Nothing else came out.
Resident Evil 8 didn't come out this year. Did it?
Mm-mm. Came out last year. There you go.
I remember, you gotta be quick. We're trying here, guys.
Yeah,
it's really tough to beat this, especially on your first go.
Yeah, we're trying to one-shot it, basically, while we're talking about everything.
This is the way we used to get it to work.
Yeah, she's here, so...
Should I try to find her?
If you want it.
All
I don't
right,
hear her.
I'm gonna move slow.
I hear her. She's got to be down the hallway. Yep, she's getting louder.
Come on.
She's not there. She's behind you.
Alright. Well, I'm not turning around. I'll wait. Man, that is so creepy, ain't it?
Can you hear her?
That freaks me out.
I'm
sweating right now.
You need to listen a little bit so you kind of know what you're doing.
I'm fine. Let me know when she's gone. But, what else do we got here? What was we talking about?
Last thing you talked about was Kojima editing.
Yeah. So, and then a couple, months ago, Guillermo del Toro, I know it may have been last year at the Game Awards, he went out on stage and said something along the lines of, a show I would love to see, or to work on, is Silent Hill. It would be nice if someone made one of those again.
Who?
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh.
And I thought that was just such a cool thing to say, you know.
Well, he's a horror.
But
guy,
here's the thing. I mean, look at all these rumors, and all these rumors have built up to this point. Everything we've heard throughout all these years, can it just be a huge coincidence at this point?
Or, well, tell me this.
Can all of this be a huge coincidence? That's the thing.
I have no idea. But tell me this. Do you think, well, because of all these rumors we've heard for years, do you think that when they announce whatever they're going to announce, she's here. But when they announce...
We gotta go.
The thing ain't even hit yet, Josh. But, whenever they announce whether it's one project or multiple, do you think we're getting a Silent Hill this year?
Do I think we're gonna get
a release this year of the Silent Hill game?
I don't know. I do. Wait, what were you saying? I was focused on Lisa. I'm sorry.
You just said, I do. If they do announce whether it's one or multiple video game projects that they've been working
apparently
on.
One of them Silent Hill 5.
Well, I get it. Well, isn't that what this was supposed to be?
I have no idea.
But anyway.
Could have been a reboot for all we know.
Do you think we're getting one this year? Like a release?
Do I think the game's going to come out this year?
One of the games.
No, I think if we
Next
do
year?
get anything, it's this year. It's going to be another PT, and I will be ready.
Well, when do you think
It's probably going to ghost drop or whatever they call it.
No, I'm talking about the actual game. When do you think we'll get? Do you think we'll get any release dates?
I don't think we're going to get this one. All right. Yes. Well, no. Oh man, that one's hard to tell.
Can you figure out what you're saying?
I don't know if we get a release date or not. Like, that's so hard to tell because you don't know how long they've been working on it, and you also don't know I mean, we don't know how long it's been in development for. We just know it's been in development at least. What I'm guessing is since 2019 at least.
What we've been hearing is apparently for years they've been developing Silent Hill.
Well, there's new management at Konami. So, yeah, that's what I think. I don't think we're going to get a new update this year.
Like a release date?
Yeah. If anything, it'd be next year. Maybe the year after. Silent Hill 5 isn't coming out next year. If I had to guess, Silent Hill 5, it'd be coming out in like 2024. You know, based on how games are nowadays.
She's back.
Man, I can't get her. Maybe I should try finding her again.
Oh, God!
Oh, man, that creeped me out. Alright, I'm gonna go through the door.
Okay.
That way I get her off her tail.
I honestly, for a split second, I was like, oh, she ain't there.
It fooled you. Did I get a baby lag?
No.
She's behind me.
Yes, she's behind you.
I'm gonna wait for a minute to see if we get a baby lag.
Man, that freaked me out.
Anyway, this is what I want. I want another one of these. Could you beat an entire game of this?
No.
Like a full-blown game?
Not by myself.
A PT?
Not by myself.
Oh man, this is so freaking... Maybe if you could fight back, yes.
Maybe I'll get my buddy to play it.
Oh man, he'd be I don't think I could play this.
You think I could?
No laugh? Zachary, no laugh?
No.
I don't hear nothing.
I
Okay. Well, I'll give it one more go through her face.
Are we just talking about Silent Hill? Because I got news on another thing. It's not
Yeah,
Silent Hill
we're
related.
only talking about Silent Hill right
Okay.
now. At the end, you can say, well, do you think it'd be good for weekly news, rather? Well, this is coming up in weekly news, too.
It's about Bayonetta.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Alright, but, gosh, what else is there to talk about with this game? Like...
Alright, so, prediction. How many projects do you think we'll get?
I think there's like 5. How many do I think will get announced here?
Mhm.
Probably 3.
But you think there's 5 in development?
It'd probably be the short ones. Like, you know what? I don't remember who it was, but someone said something about SMS, which was like a...
Isn't that like text message?
Yeah. Or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Oh, is that the thing with abandoned?
Yeah, well, look it up on your phone real fast. Look up Kojima and SMS, see if anything pops up. Because there was something along those lines of something popping up like that, of him saying something. I'm just really curious. Man, this game is so amazing. It looks beautiful. I know on the podcast this is going to be kind of all over the place, but it kind of has to be. Because we're playing
Oh,
it.
yeah. So, are you talking about the text messages?
I'm guessing so.
Okay, so yeah, it was rumored that PT was going to be an interactive demo, not just in the sense of... what was I saying?
You said it was it was going to be part of PT.
Yeah. It's going to be like an interactive demo in the sense that it's not just a game, but if you have your phone connected to it somehow, you could, like if you're at work or whatever, you're not even at the house, you'll get random text messages.
Yeah.
That would show up that's involved with the game that would make you feel uneasy and like freak you out. Which seems a bit much.
Yeah, like, because it freak you out?
Well, it seems creepy. Like, I know I don't want a real life stalker in a way, you know? Like, it's like simulation stalker, real life. She's back, by the way.
I know, I hear her.
Yeah, if you had smart lighting...
Well, here's the thing. Do you know...
This was another one, apparently. If you had smart lighting in your house where you could turn on your lights with your phone... You gotta laugh! But if you got...
This could be it. We got a baby laugh. We got a baby laugh.
Did you hear me? if you had smart lights in your house where you could turn your lights on and off with your phone,
Yeah.
and you connected this app to that app or whatever, it can make your lights flicker. Like,
oh, cool. Well, here's the thing. Look up the Silent Hill Korea thing.
Korea?
Yeah, look it up. And I want you to tell me.
Silent Hill Korea?
Yeah, just type that in and see what pops up. Because it has a name, because it got review. Listen for a second, baby laugh.
Silent Hill, the short message rated in Korea?
Short message.
A mysterious new Silent Hill game has been rated in Korea.
Short message. Does that mean it could be like a PT?
Silent Hill, the
Or
short
band?
message. I don't know.
What do you think of that? Man, we may not get up on this one. Look at that face, Zachary. Creepy.
No.
I wonder if that's Lisa. I'm guessing it is because of the eyeball thing. But yeah, a short message, like, you know, it kind of ties in with the whole Kojima message thing, messing with you in real life kind of thing. You know what I mean? So that was trademarked, and all this is happening at one time. It's the craziest thing.
Well, I mean, what do you expect? Like, you think they were just gonna?
Tell me when she leaves and we'll run off. What do you mean? What do you expect?
I mean, you said they did it all at one time. Well, she's gone. You said they're dropping all this news at one time. Well, you got a second left. Lisa? Oh, the actual phone rang at our house. That was insanely bad timing.
Oh, it's vibrating.
Lisa?
Oh,
are you
man,
there?
This is it.
Are you there, Lisa? Hello? We are supposed to say Lisa, right?
Hang on.
She's here. Oh, you got another baby laugh. The phone. Hello?
You've been chosen.
We've been chosen.
We did it! Lisa's around, just so you know.
I know. We made it. Alright, I'm going to put back on my headphones. We're going to quit talking for a minute. It's one of the coolest announcements ever. Oh, here we go.
I can't believe we beat it.
That fast, too.
I know. This is the fastest we've ever beaten this.
Yeah, we've beaten it. Like, how many times have we beaten this?
This is the third time? Fourth
Dad
time?
was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind of food, dress the same, sit in front of the same kind of games. Yeah, he was just that kind of guy. But then one day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? I will be coming back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me.
It's time, Zachary. He's coming back one day. You know that?
Who? Who's that guy? That baby?
I don't know.
Man.
Imagine what could have been.
What could be?
What could possibly come to.
Tell me this.
Fruition. I can't even say it.
Kojima has already.
Look.
There he is. Kojima already shot his shot, if you will. Shot his bullet or whatever. He put Daryl, Norman Reedus.
Maybe this time it's going to be Elijah.
He put
Wood.
him in a game. Yeah, do you think if they do PT like this game...
Oh, they'll 100% bring him back. I know, unless it's just a whole new idea from scratch, so...
Man, that still is cool.
This is when celebrities were starting to come back into video games again, you know? This was at the first one, you know?
Mm-hmm. And then we got Kevin Spacey a little later on. Silent Hill. Unforgettable teaser. Are any of these the original people?
Mm-hmm.
They are?
Some of them.
Do you think the Fox engine will come back?
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Well,
and that's it.
We did it. We beat it for y'all.
BPT. We're going to sit and talk for just a few more minutes, but that was it. 7780s Studio. Team Silent, or I guess that would be the new Silent Hill studio that got disbanded. But here's the thing. We still don't know who's working on the AAA Silent Hill. Could it be a mixture of Kojima Productions also working on another studio? Could it be like two studios working on one game? It's possible.
Is it? Like, isn't that usually like...
Well, you know how half of Bethesda stayed to fix Fallout 76 and the rest went on to work on something else?
Well, yeah, that's how we got Fallout 76.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
because multiple
but here's the thing.
Studios were working on it.
This would be a completely different scenario, I feel like. You can't even see the baby, or the bag baby thing.
Well, you don't have your flashlight. And
I can't even walk all the way to the wall. That's a weird thing. And I can't look straight down in here.
Well, no, you can't look straight down at all, because I tried it earlier and I can't. You trying to see your feet, Josh? You weirdo.
Did the whole game restart?
Yeah, Josh, it restarts after you beat it.
No, I think it's different.
No, it restarts.
This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon.
So, do you have any more you want to add to this whole thing?
Get away from
the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too.
I want to know what this
His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom.
I wonder if they'll use
reports
that.
Suggest he lured her out by
concept.
It was
what I
just a
heard
game.
is that the new Silent Hill is supposed to deal with internet
from
and
point
dark
blank
side.
range.
Like
the mother,
something
who shot
along
in
the lines of
was
people
pregnant
like
at
a
the
dark
time.
web or something.
No, people
Police
like
arriving
people
on scene after neighbors
texting
called
and being
911
toxic
found the father in his car,
you know, like
listening
bullying,
to the radio.
Cyberbullying and
yeah,
Several days
something
before
like
the
that.
murders, neighbors
I don't know
said
if
they
that's
heard the
true or
father
not. We
repeating a
don't
sequence
know
of
too
numbers
much
in a
about
loud
it.
voice.
That's a rumor.
They said it was like he was chanting some strange spell. There was another family shot to death in the same state last month, and in December last year, a man used a rifle and meat cleaver to murder his entire family. In each case, the perpetrators were fathers. State police say this string of domestic homicides appears unrelated, though it could be part of a larger trend such as employment, child care, and other social issues facing the average family.
Silent Hill 4 is similar to kind of this story in a way.
Well, I think it's all interesting. I'm still kind of the camp of I need to see stuff on this.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty much like in the camp of it's real.
Yeah.
You know, if Silent Hill officially, you know, the Twitter officially said something, if it's being talked about like it's happening, you know, a broadcast or whatever, then I know it's real.
Yeah.
So I know something's gonna happen.
Just don't know what yet.
Yeah, because I hold this series in such a high regard.
I respect the series so much.
It's so bone-chillingly good, you know.
And would you say iconic. It's like the most messing with your head video game of all time?
Probably. I mean, there's not many that really tried it, but this is one of them that did, and obviously did it well.
Yeah.
Man, and I think overall, it's the best horror game, even if you know it has some issues, like it ain't perfect in all ways, you know. Mm-hmm. The main 4 Silent Hills are perfect games in their own way, even though they're not perfect, they are perfect.
Yeah.
And they are true horror games.
And I'd also say they've aged better than the original Resident Evil games.
Because we played them, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
And we beat 1 through 3 and started 4.
Mm-hmm. I have that kind of lamp in my house. Oh, well, almost. It's a little different.
But I'm hopeful. It's the first time we're actually.
I feel like it's been so long since we had any hope.
It's also isn't it also really funny? Of course, they had to do this. Good lord! I put my thing over there, so my headphones.
I understand. I'm just running around.
But I'm hopeful. I'm happy that it's getting. We're getting something finally, and of course they did this during Halloween.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a movie trailer. I
hope we get a couple of different things.
I feel like they're actually gonna come hard with this. Like they're putting their chips in.
Yeah. Well, they said they saw the success of Resident Evil, from what I've heard, and they want to try to bring Silent Hill back in a big way, similar to how Resident Evil
made a huge resurgence.
Yeah, resurgence. Now they're getting TV shows, and I know Konami noticed that. Konami's like, ooh, they're doing movies.
He's like, money.
Yeah. Money. I was like, yes, you want your money, don't you? You will bring back Silent Hill. Oh, man. I mean, of course this is going to sell well. Look at it. Look at it. Of course that's going to... She's going to be on the cover of, like, a magazine.
Look at your game, Konami.
Yeah. This is it. This is what people want. Oh, my gosh. Like, this is so cool.
I always thought that looked like she was hung. Like she had been
Let's see if her face follows her.
No. She is literally frozen.
It looks like she's kind of looking at me.
No.
Look when the light goes back the other way.
What am I supposed to look at? Like her forehead?
I don't know. It's just like watching the lighting on her.
Trying to make out her face.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so cool. And Silent Hill has so much potential too. I mean,
here's the thing:
the exploration of 1 was so good, especially for that time.
So tell me,
especially for that time.
Just leave it unpaused, or do you want the sound?
We can talk. So.
So, number 1, whatever games we get, are you fine if there are games that are not 1 through 4 canon?
Yeah, I can accept it. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I still want to play Origins and Shattered Memories and Homecoming and Downpour, even though I will not consider them canon because they break lore. Like Pyramid Head showing up in Homecoming. That's ridiculous. But I'm not gonna not play it. It's not a terrible game. It's just not a good Silent Hill game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's an average game that you can have fun in. No, I mean, it's not like the greatest game of all time. It's definitely not up there with Gears of War or nothing. Something like that during that 360 era. It's definitely not on that level, but it's an average game that you can have fun with. It's a one-off playthrough kind of thing.
I get it.
And
so tell me, what do you want?
What do I want from this?
So
I want
make it brief. So
I want a Resident Evil 2 remake. I know that's not what I'm going to get from Bloober Team, but that's what I want.
Didn't they not make
from the main entry?
Did they not make Demon Souls remake?
Blue Point?
Oh, that was Blue Point.
Yeah. Blue Box is the one that's rumored to be making abandoned the Silent Hill game.
Who's Bloober Team?
Bloober Team is the people that made the Medium, and they're rumored to be making Resident Evil or Silent Hill 2 remake. So actually, I think that is confirmed. Actually, but not by them, by Christoph Gans and everyone else or something.
So, number one, you want a Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yeah, but I want it to be like the medium. I think it would be cool. I don't think you could do... I guess you could, but I would prefer Silent Hill 2 to be top-down. Or fixed camera angle, tank controls. I would prefer that. I just want like...
How about this? How about a hybrid mode? Where you could choose one way, play it, and then its original form.
Oh, man, I'm worried that they can't do that. Like, and I mean, I know you could.
You could do
but
that.
But I'm worried that they can't. Like,
they would screw it up.
They'd screw it up. Because when you start doing that crazy stuff, then, you know, like, extra features, you know... I don't know.
It's like tofu mode.
I feel like it's too complicated for certain people that never.
Well, it's either one you play it in fixed camera, which
you also got to think about the cramped spaces too, and Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 had these certain areas that were really cramped, and it worked with the camera angles being in a certain location. And to be honest, it also set up some of the scares. Some of the scares were relying on the camera angle. And that was one of the important things.
I still feel like it would work if you do it like...
You know what?
No, like, I'm not talking about a far away third-person camera like Saints Row. I'm thinking more like Resident Evil 2, how it's pretty close on you.
Dead Space is... I think Dead Space is a little too close, but Dead Space would have been a pretty cool camera.
It makes it feel almost claustrophobic.
Yeah, but I don't know how I'd feel about it. I don't know. Oh, here's the thing. I'm going to like it regardless if it's a remake of Silent Hill 2. Because how can you screw that up? Let's be honest here.
you tell yourself
listen.
That, and then we got the remake or the remaster.
I know
a few
the
years
HD
back.
collection was awful, but after all the updates, it was still awful. But the point is, it was playable, and the original game was somewhere in there, hidden behind all that crap. The original game was still in there somewhere, somewhat. And it was somewhat fun to run around in.
You could still feel it.
Yeah, you could feel it. It was like different, and it was terrible compared to the original, but it introduced... That's the sad thing. People are going to think that the HD collection is a better version of the original Silent Hill, and that's just not the case. The original Silent Hill was 10 times better. It looked 10 times better. It sounded 10 times better.
It performed. It was acted better.
By the way, that HD collection was so bad, but
that was the first.
Troy Baker was so bad of a voice actor in that game. I couldn't believe it. And that lady, what's her name? Who played Maria? She was so bad. It was unbelievable. The only one that I actually didn't mind was Vincent from Silent Hill 3.
What about what is it, Eddie?
Eddie was awful
Killing
too.
A guy ain't no big deal.
No, it went, killing a person ain't no big deal. And then, killing a person ain't no big deal. And then they cut, and I think Twin Perfect did this cut where they went, you must have friends, like from Batman.
Yeah. Where are the other drugs?
Yeah. And anyway,
Batman.
Yeah. So, now, a lot of people are wanting a VR version of Silent Hill.
I don't feel like... I don't think it's a good idea.
You just don't... I think it's a great idea, but
Josh,
I won't be playing it.
Josh, the PSVR 2 is coming out.
Imagine playing Silent Hill 4 in VR.
Josh, I promise you this. If any of these Silent Hill games are successful, which I promise you they will be, just because it's Silent Hill.
Just because of the name,
yeah.
Yes.
But because of that, there's a very high chance there's going to be a Silent Hill style VR game.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Imagine playing Silent Hill 2 or 4 in VR.
I will never play 4 in VR.
It'd be hard to play 2. Imagine Pyramid Head coming up on
2 would be hard enough. 4 would be impossible.
And those things coming out of the ceiling, they choke you with their feet? I mean, like, what's scary in that? Or Abstract Daddy chasing you? Holy crap, that would be terrifying. That would traumatize people.
Hold on, so what do you think we will get?
What do I think we will get? Silent Hill 2 Remake.
Okay.
And possibly the movie. And probably the short stories, and that's about it. I don't think we're going to see the
Silent Hill 5.
Silent Hill 5, and I don't think we're going to see the other project they had for it. I don't know what it is. There's apparently 3 games being made.
Tell me,
I think we'll see 2.
Is it weird
1 or 2.
For years we've always been like Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now there's a good possibility of hearing Silent Hill 5.
Oh my gosh. Thinking about that since it's been 18 years.
Since Silent Hill 4.
Yes.
And
I think Silent Hill 1 came out in 99. How old would that be now? Let's see, that'd be 23 years old.
So this is how I think about it. When I was young, I remember hearing of Halo 1. It was just Halo.
Yeah.
And I got a little older and Halo 2 came out. And it was like, oh, Halo 2. And then a few years later, Halo 3.
Yeah.
And then a few years later, Halo 4. And then 5.
Yeah.
And then we got to Infinite. Who cares? But, it was always that idea of like, Saints Row 1, Saints Row 2, Saints Row 3, Saints Row 4.
Yeah.
And then Dead Island 2.
It took a long time for that
Dying Light 2. And it's
Yeah.
the idea of the number, it's like when a year changes. It's like you're so used to 2022, and it's like, oh wow, we're almost to 2023. That's kind of
how
jarring.
crazy in your head is it that Silent Hill 5 could be right?
It doesn't sound real until it comes out and we play it, and then Silent Hill 5's real.
Yeah, and then you're like, holy
this is
crap,
real.
Look how far we've come now. All those years ago.
Hey, if anybody out there is hopeful, we got a Silent Hill. We're getting some kind of Silent Hill announcement. Keep hope for Half-Life 3 at this point. Like, you never know now. Like, if we're getting Silent Hill, we could get Half-Life 3 next week.
Should be good. Alright.
So, Silent Hill, with all of these announcements of, like, games we never thought were coming back that are coming back.
Yeah.
Dying Light getting a sequel. Dead Island getting a sequel. Finally, kind of.
I think
it's a real sequel, not Riptide, even though Riptide was good.
I hate to say it because I think PT itself is what talked Capcom into actually making a scary Resident Evil because of how popular it was.
Well, they saw
because Kitchen was very similar to PT.
Well,
and it came out a year after, probably a year or two.
Look. This is how it is.
But
Resident Evil 100% ripped off Silent Hill. And it's not bad to say
here's
that.
The thing. I don't think we can say that.
Yes, you can.
I don't know when.
What Resident Evil game, besides that weird one, was first person until then?
Well, Survivor. But
I said except for the weird one.
Yeah.
What Resident Evil game was first person? None of them.
Yeah.
Which of them had what Resident Evil game had a random teaser that wasn't even... It was called Beginning Hour, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it was it was a kitchen project. That was the name of it.
But what Resident Evil game had a short demo out of nowhere that was never called Resident Evil 7? What came out right before it? PT.
I think it came out like a year. But here's the thing: do you think they would have already had this in development before PT, or
I think
do you think they could have made it in that amount of time?
I think what they were doing is they were developing Resident Evil 8 or 7. Yeah, they were in early production of 7, and PT came out, and the absolute monstrosity of success that this game
downloads
had achieved. Had basically told them,
and everyone was talking.
This is what the people want. Mm-hmm. We've always been the competitor to Silent Hill,
but
Resident Evil, Silent Hill. That's what you always know.
But here's the thing: if it wasn't for Resident Evil 2 remake, I do not think we'd see Silent Hill again.
So basically, if it wasn't
for the resurgence of Resident Evil after PT,
so this is how it works, in my opinion. Silent Hill, basically revived Resident Evil, and Resident Evil in turn is reviving Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you see the success of another developer, and you want to have that same success with yours. It makes sense, and I would do the same. I wish I'd do that with Condemned Criminal Origins. I would love a remake or a new game of that. Mainly a remake.
I mean, it's the same idea as like, what were the two first-person shooter games for years? It was Call of Duty and Halo, and they battled each other, and they were the shooter games.
Call of Duty started getting more popular, and 343 thought it was a good idea to try to copy Call of Duty.
Yeah,
because they wanted more money.
True to itself.
But that's a bad version of this story.
Yeah, so
that's the opposite.
How you have Call of Duty and Halo for shooters, action shooters. For horror games, you've always had Resident Evil and Silent Hill.
What do you think's better, in your personal opinion?
I think as a franchise, Resident Evil is better.
I'd say so too.
Like game wise, but if we're talking story and lore and characters, Silent Hill kills them. Like their characters are 10 times better.
Silent Hill characters have more personality.
Well, they feel real.
Well, yeah.
Leon
not only
has moments where he's like, Is this a man or is this a super cop?
Well,
Jill Sandwich.
The only one that I think is considered, like, in my head, that I consider, like, realistic somewhat is Claire. That's it. Claire's the realest character.
Well, isn't she like a... What is
and she's the best, in my opinion.
She's like the only one that's like not in it. She's like college?
She's in like college? 2 games. Yeah, something like that.
She's like in college. Now, later on, it feels unreal because out of nowhere she's like working for the CIA or something crazy. Yeah, she was just in college.
It gets crazy later on.
Well, that's Resident Evil, so that's how it works.
But Silent Hill. I mean, think of these cool characters, right? Let's compare them, actually. Resident Evil, you get Chris. Can't even say his name without laughing.
Chris Hansen. Oh, sorry.
Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. And then you get that weird monologue of, like, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry,
Albert Wesker.
Yeah. And then Silent Hill, it didn't do any of that.
Harry Mason.
Yeah, you get Harry Mason, looking for his daughter. And
what's her name?
He sounds, the voice actor is 10 times.
What's going on here?
I gotta say, Silent Hill's voice acting compared to Resident Evil 1
for its time
is so much better.
Like, they took it serious.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't perfect by any means. It still had that jankiness to it in Silent Hill 1.
Well, yeah, but
it sounded so good.
It had a charm and it had a realistic charm to it. Like, it felt like it was being taken serious and realistic, but it had a charm in the way it was told.
Yes.
And then in Resident Evil, it sounded like... It sounded like they didn't know what they were...
You're almost a Jill sandwich.
Here,
right.
I'll give this to you,
like Shaggy.
The master of unlocking, or what is it?
Yeah. He was like, "Here, Jill, take this lockpick. It'd be better if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you. Yeah, take it with you, or something like that." It was funny.
Like
but I think that adds charm.
I mean, it adds charm, but like it doesn't make it feel real.
Yeah, after that, I was not near as invested. Yeah, because I was like, "All right, this is a comedy."
It's like immersion and tension breaking.
Yeah,
that's why I love Resident Evil 2 Remake, is because the lines and the voice acting, for the most part, was
in my opinion,
great.
Besides Demon Souls, actually, I'm going to say they're both tied. Blue Point's Demon Souls and Resident Evil 2 Remake are the 2 greatest remakes of all time.
To be fair,
and I do not think Silent Hill 2 Remake is going to live up to those.
To be fair, we never did play Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes.
And I heard that game is amazing.
But here's the thing, we have also never played the original either. I've played Resident Evil 2, the original, and I can tell you right now,
the remake is better.
No, I wouldn't say that, because Resident Evil 2, the original, had a different style about it. And that's what I want Silent Hill 2 to be. I go back and forth. I want I want Silent Hill 2 Remake to be similar to Resident Evil 2 Remake, but then there's another half of me that's like, well, there's no way to play Silent Hill 2 in the original camera angle.
What if they...
Because it added so much more.
Tell me, what if they pulled a Resident Evil 2 remake where they changed the ambiance a little bit? They changed...
It would still affect the scares and everything and the enemy placements,
Well,
though.
here's the thing.
And the intro.
Now, to be fair, Resident Evil 2 did change the way it played and changed the scares, but made the scares different and unique and better. Or not better, but better for its style.
But here's the thing: can it's not Blue Point, Bloober? Can they do this?
Well, we don't know.
They did a good job with the medium. Now the story wasn't that. It was okay. The story for the medium was okay.
I feel like they're not writing for this.
Oh man, I hope they don't. Well, I heard.
I feel like there's a really good chance they're not writing.
This is another rumor, but they're looking to add more endings.
Endings?
To Silent Hill 2.
Oh, to Silent Hill 2?
Yes.
Oh Lord, how many were there? Wasn't there like 4 or 5?
There was the water ending. There was the good ending. I think there was a third ending in there. And then
the dog ending.
There's the dog ending, and then there's the alien ending. So if I'm not mistaken,
I thought the dog was the alien ending.
No.
Oh, what?
So there's a total of 5. I hope they add one more joke ending.
What?
I hope they add one more joke ending. That would be amazing. But yeah.
I'm excited. I think we're done here. Honestly, yeah. I think...
Right,
this is all just speculation.
What's your favorite Silent Hill game you've ever played? And what was your first ever Silent Hill game you played?
The first ever game I played was Silent Hill 4.
All right.
Because you played it.
Yeah.
And
did you play it, though? Because I think you played with me.
No, you made me play it. Oh. I played it with you, but I was playing.
Okay.
And
that was before me and you did our own playthrough.
Because I remember, because this was when I was
really young.
7.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, you got to play this. Just play the beginning. And you get out of the bed. This is kind of early on spoilers for Silent Hill 4 if you haven't played it. You get out of the bed, and it's kind of dark. And, the room looks real creepy. And you take, 2 steps, and I know you hear out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This creepy, just chilling,
it was also
bone-chilling
a stock
scream.
Yell too, I believe.
Like the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah,
or
kinda. It was kind of like that, and it freaked me out first time I played it.
And I remember when I first played that, I got to that point. It's literally like a minute into the game.
Actually, it's not even that. It's like 30 seconds when you get. It's actually like 5 seconds after you gain control of your character for the first time.
Yeah, so you're playing the game for you hit the start button on the main menu. You get through
all the cutscene and then take control.
Like a minute cutscene, a minute and a half cutscene.
Yeah.
You take control for 5 to 10 seconds. You're moving around, and out of nowhere you hear the scream. And I remember immediately pausing it and handing you the controller and said, "I can't do it."
All right.
And you told me keep going, and I went into the other room and got freaked out again.
So, what's your favorite Silent Hill game? Because you played all of them with me, all of them,
except for
4. The ones that came after 4.
Well, we played
enough.
4.
We played enough of 4 though for you to get a good idea, and you've seen most of the story.
Well, I know the entire story of 4. Yeah. I know how it ends. I know the characters.
So, what's your favorite out of them? Overall, all the original 4, because we've never played the ones after, and to be honest, they weren't going to win anyway.
Well, I mean, this is my thing. 3 of them are tied. I cannot choose. Now, my least favorite is probably obvious in a way. It's 3.
Well, here's the thing. I got a caveat to put near that. I have played the original Silent Hill 3.
I played the HD version.
But when me and Zachary played, we played with new voice actors, and the voice actors came across as being very bad, and the music was completely off. Mm-hmm. And the atmosphere was kind of ruined. So keep that in mind. I put a little mark beside that.
Like an asterisk?
Yeah, saying that that's your least favorite. So.
Well, as of right now, that's my least favorite.
Yes.
I think 1, 2, and 4 are all tied for me. Because I love
probably have the same opinion I do. 1 is the best exploration 2 is the best.
Not even like I mean, yeah, I do agree with you on those points, but like I love all the set pieces and the characters in 1, and the same for 2, even though it's similar, same set piece for the most part.
And 4, I like the enemies more, almost.
4, I like the vibe and I mean the story, how it's hidden in ways and stuff. Now all of them are, but
I like it because it's different too.
Now I kind of rib on 3, and I know it's unjustified because I didn't play the original version.
But you gotta admit, the combat was better than any of the
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was easier.
The combat was so much better. They actually had a dodge and a... Well, I think it was... No, it was a block.
It was a block.
Yeah. Silent Hill 1 had the dodge and we never used it. It was just a little hop back.
Yeah, it was a little hop.
Yeah. I hope they had that or something. That'd be... Like, if they ever do a Silent Hill 1 remake.
Can you imagine if they do like a old school... Like, you know how the wrestling game, how it had the old school 8-bit mode where you could change the screen?
Imagine if Bluepoint got their hands on Silent Hill.
They should just give it to Bluepoint. I don't know why you wouldn't. They clearly have the best.
And Sony and Konami have a good relationship, and I think, isn't Bluepoint owned by Sony?
I know they have a good relationship.
I know they have a good, yeah, Demon Souls, yeah. Shadow of the Colossus.
But 1, 2, and 4 are my favorites. I mean, I can't really choose which one's better because each one is amazing.
Each one has their strength. Like, they're specific. None of them have weaknesses.
But they all have specific strengths.
All have specific strengths, and it depends on which ones do it the best.
But they all share it, in my opinion. They all share strengths, but they're differently done.
Yeah.
Like,
they
each
have
one's
one
characters...
thing that's better than the other.
This is my thing. Like, each one's characters are amazing. But obviously, Harry Mason is great. And then James Sunderland is a mess. And I love it. I love it.
He's the best.
Yeah, and then you have Henry Townsend, who is in such an unfortunate predicament.
And I think the reason why you don't like Heather is because she came across as annoying and like a teen jerk.
Bratty.
Well, guess what? If you listen to the original voice acting, it does not come across that way. That's the thing, because I played the original. It does not come across as bratty and annoying like it does in the HD collection. And it's such a shame because, to be honest, I think she is better than... I think she's up there with Claire as far as, if we compare it to Resident Evil 2 Remake. Resident Evil 2 Remake's Claire is where I consider Heather. And actually, I think Heather has more of a personality than Claire does. And I think Heather is like one of the greatest female protagonists of all time, if that tells you anything. But now, I'm not going to say she is the best because there's a couple contenders for that.
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft and Jill. But Jill, I don't think, has near the personality, so I'm not going to say she's better than Heather. I guess it depends what Jill, I guess. But even the newer Jills, even in Revelations, I don't think she matched Claire or
And to be
Heather's.
fair, we never play, like, Nier Automata. Oh, you need to play A Plague Tale. I can't remember her name, but the girl you play as in that, she is phenomenal.
Oh, and Ellie, that's another protagonist.
Ellie is amazing. Yeah.
And but some of the greatest female protagonists, and I think Heather Mason is
in there.
Is actually in the top 3, if not number 1.
I mean, Samus.
Yeah, there's a few, but no one has a personality.
You count Princess Peach?
I guess. Mario Party, but...
That's what I was thinking, like Mario Kart, Mario Party.
But I guess we can end it. Oh, I'm going to go over my favorite real quick.
Alright. What's your...
Out of
you
the
said
original
the first game you played was Silent Hill 4.
Here's the thing. The original 4, none of them are bad. They're all awesome games. And they're all better than the ones that came after. Origins and onward. I'm excluding them from this list.
Well, that's why they're considered Silent Hill.
There's no way. Number 1, there's no way they could ever win in a top 10 or the top 5 or top 4 of any of the Silent Hill games.
If you do a top 4 out of all Silent Hill games, it's 1 through 4.
Yes. All right, and not only that, but we haven't actually played them. So,
I would include PT in there if it was longer.
If PT was a full game, it would be in the top 5. So, let's go through the list. I'd say my least favorite. Man. Probably...
Actually, now that I think about it, PT was the first Silent Hill game I beat.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
If I had to choose my least favorite, man, that's so sad, too, because I don't want to put it at last, is Silent Hill 1. Silent Hill 1 is my least favorite.
It's in a way, like...
And there's only one reason why. It's because I got frustrated trying to figure out, and it's just my own fault. It's my own personal fault. I couldn't figure out...
Did it include Sybil?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get the goo.
I knew it. I knew it was
What was
Sybil.
that called?
It was like a vial.
It was like a Glophodus or something. I could not figure out how to find it. I looked everywhere, and I couldn't figure out how to get in this motel either. And it just confused the crap out of me. And I had to... And even looking it up, watching a walkthrough on it, I could not figure it out.
We figured it out.
I can't remember how we figured it out, though. I think it's because I was playing and you were looking it up.
Well, no, yeah, that's
and then vice versa.
Well, I remember we were playing it, and we were like, we wanna. This is how we played 1 through 4. Just so y'all know, we played it in the sense of I was looking up everything, like a walkthrough, a step-by-step guide, and we only used it when we were lost or we wanted to make sure.
Well, because we wanted our first playthrough to be the canon ending, because we had Silent Hill 2 and 3 coming up next. I know Silent Hill 2 wouldn't have mattered, but we wanted to get the good ending in 3, specifically because, Harry doesn't... spoiler alert, Harry doesn't die in the first game, because if we would have got the bad ending, that wouldn't have made much sense now, would it?
Because we didn't do multiple playthroughs. We did one run-through of Silent Hill 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4.
Because chances are, in Silent Hill 1, because I played it with Carly off camera, we got the bad ending, because I could not figure out what to do. But, my third favorite would have to go to... Man, it fluctuates, but I'd have to say that my third favorite is Silent Hill 4. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because the combat just is not as good as 3. And I've had this internal struggle in my head, like, this whole time. The enemies are so much better in 4. But 3 has such good... Actually, now I'm going back on it. Like, alright... I'm
Make your decision.
I'm gonna say
you
Silent
can
Hill
revise
4,
it later.
I'm gonna say Silent Hill 4 as of right now is in 3rd place. That's subject to change because I want to put it at 2. Silent Hill 3 goes into the 2nd spot, and Silent Hill 2 obviously is number 1. But I do think that every single game that comes out copies Silent Hill 2, and I don't understand why they have to go by that formula every time.
Can I also say something?
What?
If I were to choose, like... Now, like I said, 1, 2, and 4 are my favorites in a way. Like, I can't choose one over the other, really. But if I were to choose, or which one's better, if you will. Mm-hmm. But if I were to choose which one I would love to go back and play right now, I know exactly what it'd be. It'd be Silent Hill 1. I loved that game. There's nothing about it that I hated. And I had so much fun, and it was so interesting. I think overall, it's my favorite. Silent Hill 1 is my favorite. But
2 is just so perfect.
Well, like 1, 2, and 4, I could go back and play any time. But specifically 1, like I don't know what it is.
Running around in the school.
It's the school, the hospital.
Remember the part where you go into the elevator in the hospital, and then you're going up these floors like normal, and then later on you get back in the elevator, and all of a sudden there's a 4th floor. And I was like, oh gosh, shocking. I know where we gotta go. And I don't want to.
Well, it was just everything about 1 just felt good. It just felt right to me. Now, not saying that 2 and 4 didn't do that, or even 3 did that, because they all did. But just for some reason, 1 is just, it always grabbed me more than anything.
Yeah.
I guess because I played it after Last of Us, and I love that kind of story.
Yeah.
I guess that it kind of fell in suit with the same concept.
Oh, trying to find his protect his daughter, find his daughter.
A guy trying to protect. Well, The Last of Us is weird about that, but his daughter, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Overall, but yeah, I guess it's that concept. I love those kind of stories.
Yeah.
And I think one really hit an itch for me in a storytelling way that I'd never really got.
And the piano and the puzzles were cool too, like the piano puzzle. Now I know what your favorite.
Oh my god, the puzzles were insane. And yes, there's one puzzle I absolutely love. Is it in 2?
Yeah, it's 2.
The hanging man?
Yeah, the dead man swinging in the tree.
That is my favorite puzzle of any video game of all time.
Yeah.
That's the best puzzle. I love that story. I love that puzzle. I love everything about it. And like I love it so I don't remember it now. But I remember for the longest time I had that puzzle memorized.
Oh, the poem.
Yeah,
thing?
the poems because you could play on easy, normal, and hard.
Oh,
and
man.
the puzzle like the hanging man puzzle, the story changed depending on what difficulty you were playing, and I knew each 3 by heart. And I can't remember it right now, any of them.
Well, we got to talk about something real fast before we end it, because I wanted to bring.
We were supposed to end this like 10 minutes ago.
There's a couple cool things about Silent Hill 2 Remake that we could see, and I want to talk about if we will see them, and not only that, but if we will see them in other games as well. Will we see puzzles in the Silent Hill 5? I'm sure we will.
Do
you think they'll have a difficulty setting for it, though?
Resident Evil 7 had puzzles.
But they didn't have a difficulty thing for it. So how would you feel? Like, would you want them to bring back the difficulty mode? Or would you want them to have a strict, this is the way it is?
All puzzles are the same.
I mean, with different outcomes every time.
I feel
randomized, like the numbers randomized. Kind of like the... There's certain puzzles that do it in Silent Hill that are randomized, but just certain ones. But how would you feel about them doing that?
I think more likely if they were to do it, they would probably do the randomized. It'd be the same puzzle.
Would you want the difficulty to come back though?
I would love if the difficulty came back and like the puzzle got like it's the same puzzle, but it's legitimately harder depending on which difficulty you're on. Like how 2 did it. If they did it like that, it'd be amazing, and that's what I want.
All right.
But if I'm going realistically, it's most likely going to be just a randomizer, like an RNG type of thing.
What I don't want is the puzzles to be like dumbed down like they are for Resident Evil.
That's what I was about to say.
Resident Evil, like with all due respect, their puzzles suck and they make no sense.
Well, if you're going off of Resident Evil 2, the first puzzle you get is the statues.
I understand it used to be a museum and they turned it into a police station, but still,
what I'm saying is that
there's no logical sense in a police station having that kind of stuff.
Well, not even that. Like, I mean, if you want to get technical, Silent Hill.
It makes
some
sense.
of its puzzles could be considered.
It makes
not
sense.
Logical.
It makes sense for the mansion in Resident Evil to have puzzles, but not in like the city police station.
Yeah.
Also, you were gonna say something about what were you gonna say? Because I wanted to bring it up.
Well, I was bringing up the statues in Resident Evil 2 Remake, how they were very generic, like just the idea of it was dumbed down. Now because you had the answers in a notebook, and all you did was have to find it and then go back to the notebook.
It was
just memorize the pattern and then just type it in. Basically,
it was an Easter egg hunt. So.
Yeah, and it's the same way with Resident Evil 3.
Now,
with a safe.
I remember what you were saying. You were going to say Silent Hill has a few of those puzzles, and it does.
But it could seem not logical.
But they're a lot more hidden. And I love and hate one of these puzzles in Silent Hill 1. It's the rubber ball. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You got to put it in like a certain drain.
Well, you got to take is it a ball or
it's a little ball. It's a little pink ball. First, you got to turn on the water to get it to flow down the drain. Then you got to go down there and get it. Then you got to figure out where it goes.
And then you drop it into a random drain.
Yeah,
or a random
because there's a key down there, and then you turn on the water again, and it flows and washes the key down the drain. You got to go back down and get the key. Now that's one of those ones that is kind of getting ridiculous,
complicated.
But it made enough sense to where I accepted it.
But here's the thing.
The one that doesn't
it
make
led
sense,
to such an amazing reveal.
The one that doesn't make any sense is the Silent Hill 2 puzzle. And specifically getting the coin out of the trash chute using the pack of juice.
That's the one I was thinking.
That's the bad one. That's the only bad puzzle I can think of.
Because that leads to a newspaper, doesn't it?
You get the coin. Remember the coin one? The snake sits behind the old man and the lady, on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one, which is what the coin goes to, but you also get the Walter Sullivan newspaper article.
Which is such
awesome.
an amazing little, like, it's almost like an Easter egg, even though it's not.
It's like a telling
foreshadowing.
of the future. It's
a foreshadow.
It's foreshadowing the events to come.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing. And so I really hope that some of the original developers are working on this or are overseeing something to do with all these games. Like I don't want them just in charge of one game. I want them overseeing every game. Not looking over the developer of Bloober Team's shoulder every 2 seconds, but I'm saying like, all right, what are you adding? Does it make sense to the lore? All right, that's fine. Go ahead with it. Be creative, but don't get over creative and try to do something crazy that could break lore, is what I'm saying.
This is my thing. This is all I hope. Even if Team Silent and all their affiliated associates, if you will, everybody who's in Team Silent, even if none of them, let's say not a single one, is involved with any of these Silent Hill projects, I hope the people that are making these games or whatever feel the responsibility to take it serious and honor this series and games, which I'm sure they are.
Beloved,
which I'm sure they are, but I just hope that they're really taking it serious and like being like, we need to.
I just want it to be
pay homage to the games in their original state and to the fans that love them and who want them.
I want it to be as respectful as possible to the originals, while also it's kind of a hard line to.
Well, that's what I think. I think that's what Resident Evil 2 Remake did. It was respectful to the original while doing its own thing.
I'm fine with Silent Hill 5 being different, but specifically Bloober Teams. I'm not talking about the other ones. The other ones can kind of experiment and do what they want. But I want them to be good, and I do want them to follow lore. But it's not like a game breaker for me.
But you want Bloober Team.
Want specifically because Silent Hill, the original 4, need to be treated with the original 4 need to be treated with the utmost respect.
Mm-hmm.
And any changes you make need to be done in a respectful manner and in a way that makes sense too, because you don't want it to not make sense. So it's very important for it. So I guess we're gonna end this here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No, I'm excited, and we'll be back in a few days.
Yeah.
And mark it down on your calendar. We'll be back. I think by the time this airs, tomorrow we'll film it, and so you'll probably hear it the next day. So you'll probably hear from us.
Tonight it'll probably be out. So.
Yeah, so you'll probably hear from us in probably about 2 days to really, get into it, to really talk about it, and we'll let you know. I'm sure most of y'all, if you watch us, you'll already be ahead of us. Like, you'll know what's out, but we're gonna sit down and talk about it and let you know our opinions, let you know what we think.
I'm wanting to do a reaction of it, so I might set up a camera or something to film it.
That's fun.
Because this is one of those few that it's like Fallout for me or Elder Scrolls. There's 4 of them. There's Mass Effect, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and Silent Hill. And Dark Souls. I'm going to add a 5th one. Dark Souls. Specifically Dark Souls. Those 5 mean so much to me that it's important that, I'd be there for it. It's almost like the birth of a child,
there's only really...
It's like a kid, or it's like my childhood.
Well, there's only, if I'm being honest, there's only... And
Halo. I'll add a 6th one. Halo does mean a lot to me.
There's only, I guess 2, or you could say 3, but one of them's a little weird, Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty,
the original Modern Warfare.
Like, yeah, that's why like the new Modern Warfare that came out, like it means so much to me because it feels like it harkens back.
Yeah.
And then of course Halo, you're right. And then on top of that, the Batman Arkham games.
Yeah.
Because I've 100%ed all of them except for Riddler. Because screw that. I'm not gonna spend 90 hours trying to get all the freaking little trophies. And take the pictures of random signs. I'm not a nut job. I'm not going to spend all that time doing it.
You just offended someone who did it.
Well, I'm sorry, but I love Batman. I've 100%ed those games, and if you did it, good for you. Like, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I can't do it. I can't spend all that time doing it.
You're looking for every one of them question marks.
It's so annoying.
It sounds boring,
There's
too.
over 200 in Arkham City. That's just in Arkham City.
How many are in 9?
I have no idea. I never even attempted. I wasn't even worried about it.
Isn't that how you get the ending in 9?
That's how you get the true ending. You have to beat...
In Arkham Knight.
In Arkham Knight, to get the true ending, you have to defeat all the criminals, like 100% all of the criminals, and then you have to finish the main story. That's how you get the perfect ending. And I couldn't get I had to watch it on freaking YouTube because I couldn't do it because of freaking Riddler and his annoying. Anyway, I'm getting into Batman. Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
What we think. We'll probably do a live reaction video. We'll see if we can get that set up, and then obviously we're gonna have after we watch it, we're gonna have a sit down talk about.
I've been waiting 8 years.
Good. I mean, we've been waiting
8 years for this since PT.
Since the game we just beat for y'all.
Yeah.
We've been waiting that long to get this news, and we're finally getting it.
And I'm gonna probably get emotional if I hear that music.
Josh is gonna cry.
If I hear
There's
that
a
music,
chance I could cry. I mean, this game really does mean a lot to me, this series. Now, I'm not going to say it's Batman level, but it's up there. It's close. Yeah. So it's like...
I'm excited. I'm nervous and excited. Here's the thing.
Which is the best feeling.
At this point, even if it is bad...
Who cares?
I mean, like, at this
Who
point,
cares?
At this point, it doesn't matter because, like... Either it'd be dead or it'd be bad. At the very least, we'd have fun trashing on it, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have fun in the...
Running around in a glitchy Silent Hill 2 yet again for the second time. You know, I'm ready. I'll jump back into a buggy Silent Hill 2, you know.
Alright, well, we're going to end it there.
Alright, we will see you guys. Check out the podcast. Check out Dumb Dominoes on YouTube.
Yeah, if you're watching on Spotify, on...
If you're watching this, if you're listening
Apple
to this
podcast.
if you're listening to this on the podcast, check out this video on YouTube. You get to actually see us playing
Yeah,
PT.
you get to see the sounds that you heard. You'll get to see it.
Yeah, Zachary freaks out a couple times.
I say this is kind of a hybrid. In case you already don't know,
I just wanted to put it out there and talk about it while also playing a game that we love.
Also, a little side note, every time we ever have someone over at the house, you know, for the first time, we always make them go through an initiation where they play PT.
We play PT every time someone new comes over.
Yep. We've done it every time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I guess we're going to end it there, even though we said that 4 times.
Oh, yeah. All right.
What else you got?
We also got Dead Space Let's Play on YouTube.
We got Outlast.
I've never played it before, and it's my first time ever playing Dead Space. So you're getting with Facecam, my live reactions to everything. And I get so nervous that I forget to talk sometimes because the game literally freaks me out.
It happens.
Like,
I heard about it.
Anyway, and then we got Outlast. And after all this has calmed down, me and Chase will continue Call of Duty. And then we'll jump into Modern Warfare 2. So,
and you still got to get on Star Wars.
Yeah, well, right now that we got
there's so much
Hill,
happening.
There's so much going on right now, and I'm a scary games fan and a scary movie fan. Like I've got to play them. I just got to. I don't know what else to tell you. And I've got to prepare. I'm probably going to have to put Jedi Fallen Order on hold for a little bit just so I can beat all the Dead Spaces before the Callisto project, which then I'll have to beat before the Dead Space remake comes out. And I got to do all that, but if Silent Hill drops in, then you won't see me touch those games for a while.
It's just going to be Silent Hill.
It's going to be Silent Hill until Fallout comes out, and then it's going to be Fallout.
Wouldn't it be crazy
Skyrim
if we did get
2.
a Silent Hill game this year?
Oh man, if Silent Hill 2 came out...
No, just any Silent Hill game
Any Silent Hill came out, I'd freaking lose my... I'd be playing it for days. I'd be playing it for days.
Just on repeat, you know everything that's going to happen. You're just so happy and giddy.
I'd be so airtight, lore deep in it that I'd be like Fallout and stuff. So...
Alright, well, we got to end there,
Alright,
for God's sake.
Well, that's going to be it. Halloween 2022, and look what we get. Right before Halloween, we get this on the 19th. It's the 17th right now. 3 days. Silent Hill is coming back. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.